your armrest and ready your hands, because shit is coming fast.
Whoa.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Co-Optimal Gaming. My name's Juan.
My name's Cody. This is the Call From Podcast. You almost had it right. Hey, everybody. How's it going? How we doing today, Juan? How we doing?
I'm doing pretty all right.
Pretty all right. It's a mediocre feeling with a mediocre delivery. I feel it. I'm feeling great. Thanks for asking. You never ask me.
I didn't care.
Whoa, little bit of a salty salmon. All right, this is what we're gonna do today. We got very few topics, but we're gonna talk about them in depth, and we're gonna talk about them.
She's tiptoeing back there.
Oh, Juan's girlfriend is trying not to interrupt us as she's doing something. It's pretty hilarious. Anyways, anything that you want to talk about, like that immediately in your mind right now that you can think of?
So, just for the viewers and whatnot, I just want to explain why my girlfriend is in the background right now. A tree fell on my house. So, me and Cody are recording in my living room as we speak.
Very professional. I can't think of a more professional thing that we could be doing right now.
We should add that video in there.
Oh, that wind is strong. Oh my god! Holy shit, dude! Dude, it's on. It did. Dude, it's on the stream. Something just blew into the side of Juan's house and put a fucking hole in it. Yeah, I'll probably add the video somewhere in here, just of the.
It's pretty cool to like all the event. Not cool because it's kind of shitty.
Was it cool on?
Like, everything that led up to the point of you actually being here while a tree crash landed into the side of my house, like a UFO or a flying saucer, it like crash landed as it crashed into the side of my house.
This last week has been nuts.
Man.
So much has went on. So much, and there's a reason why. One of the reasons why our podcast didn't get uploaded to YouTube last week is because as it was processing, the tree came down and cut off the power.
Blew a nice skylight right into my bathroom. That was nice.
Yeah, there's a brand new skylight. If they just leave a hole there and just like put a window, that actually really cool. And then afterwards, it wrapped down around the side of Juan's house and then smacked into my car and destroyed my back window in my car and also dented the framing of the back. So it was just all around just great.
As I look out my window right now, like that was like the biggest tree out there.
Easily. I mean, there's another one right here that could probably fall.
I hope not.
Next windy day that comes up.
To be fair, it was like 70-mile-an-hour gust.
There was a lot of people that did have issues. Was like we were definitely not the only ones that had issues. Not even like in the area. But
me and my dad were driving down like Range Road. Right. And the power lines were just like jump ropes, just like waving. It was kind of scary, dude.
It was crazy because like it was still windy afterwards, but it seems like that last final bit of super strong wind was the one that knocked the tree over. And then the rest of it was like, yeah, it was still windy, but it just didn't seem as bad. Yeah. It was almost as if it like kind of like chilled out. And that was the last bit of just being like, let's just get it all out right now. And that tree was just like,
you're right. Your house up.
But there's
for you guys who don't know, I don't think any of you guys would know, but I just recently moved into my place. I've been here 2 weeks, and Mother Nature was like, "Yeah, time to shit on your day."
It's pretty much what happened. It's been a kind of stressful week, but like for the both of us, we've kind of both had not the best weeks. But we're gonna still chug on. Everything's good.
Keep pushing.
Love my life. Because if I don't, I can't expect anybody else to. So there you go. No, but really, at the end of the day, like you just gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep doing stuff. I mean, here we are.
I hate the saying, but it fits so well. Just gotta keep grinding.
That's what it is. I mean,
it is.
If you stop, then everything will fall apart more.
You stop and everything keeps going. Shit doesn't stop because you're having a bad day.
Well, exactly, and that's what I meant. Like everything will just fall around because as you're sitting there stagnating, everything else around you will
Life
just keep
goes
moving
on.
without you. And then as it happens, more bad things will just keep coming because you're not prepared for it at that point.
Yeah.
So there's a wise words from Cody and Juan. Don't let the stuff that troubles you get you down. There's
All you people who are depressed or sad, just know that I love you.
no, but like legitimately do know that like we care.
We care.
I'm there for you.
I'm there for you.
I mean, like,
Send me a DM.
slide in my DMs and hit me up real quick. Make sure I get no dick pics. So okay, Juan, let's talk about some of the small amount of stuff. Let's get the shortest one out of the way, just because like there's not much to say about it, but it's interesting. Thanos.
Man, okay.
Thanos.
So I think it's cool.
Wait.
Okay.
Thanos. Who's Thanos?
You say Thanos?
Thanos. Yeah. Put it right in my Thanos. Thanos. Explain to the people who Thanos is, for those who might not know.
He is a Marvel, both cinematic and comic book villain. He is known to most as the Mad Titan.
We talked about him kind of extensively, actually, in the last podcast that didn't get put on YouTube yet. But if you watch or listen to that first, or if you've listened to the podcast on Podbean, the thing that I spent money on and I want people to listen to as well, if you go and you check out that podcast, we kind of give a little bit more in-depth explanation on like Marvel Infinity War. And
If you okay, for you guys who really like comic books like I do, there is a really awesome channel on YouTube that I have no reason to give a shout out to, but I like them, so I'm going to give a shout out to. And I'm sure if you want to know who Thanos is, you can go on there. It's a variant. Oh shit, Variant Comics. Sorry, on YouTube. It's a good channel. So if you want to know who Thanos is, go ahead, go look on there. It'll give you some information on Thanos, the Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity Stones or whatnot.
cool.
If you want to check them out, if you're interested.
Definitely go check them out, guys. So Fortnite and Thanos.
Okay, so Thanos is in Fortnite.
In what regards?
I have a problem with it. I do not like it. Have you seen any gameplay?
I saw a small amount, like enough where I'm just like, what?
It's like, okay, it's like we're gonna take this weapon that's super overpowered and then just put it in a place on the map, and whoever gets it pretty much wins the game.
Is it in a random place or is it in a set
I don't
place?
know because I haven't played it. I don't really care to play it. But
Is this like a separate mode or is this like in any time you play?
I feel like it's an event.
Okay.
So you have.
So you have to choose it.
I think. I don't know.
So is this something that we should look up so we know?
I'm like, let's say I'm 70% positive that it's an event.
So, what abilities does he have, and what's so overpowering about it?
Okay. So, I can't give you like a complete breakdown of his like skills, abilities, or attributes. All I do know is that I seen him launch himself into the air, shoot lasers out of his hand, smack back down, punch some guys around, and then regenerate all his armor
That's pretty good.
while taking damage. Like the entire time he was taking damage, they could not kill him, and he just like smacked them around.
He is able to be killed though, right?
Yes.
Because I've seen gameplay of someone actually beating him and killing him, and it was just him and like he won.
It looks extremely hard though.
I just looked it up. It is a mode.
It is. Okay, so it is an
It's
event.
Infinity Gauntlet mode. So you get the Infinity Gauntlet on the map, and then you become Thanos.
But you have to find it.
Yes.
So is it in a random spot or is it?
I think it's random. I didn't check that part because I would assume that they wouldn't have a mode where something like that is always the same spot.
That'd be horrible.
That'd be real bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess I could understand if they did.
I mean, I guess it's a cool concept, and it does bring some attention to like the movie and whatnot. So
they definitely did it because they know that Fortnite is a big game right now. So many people are playing it. So, partner up, add this fun little thing. If it was, I feel like the only issue I would have with it is if it wasn't an event and it was
it's
a
just
mode.
the normal mode, and it's like
They
the
just like,
Infinity
oh,
Gauntlets on here.
yeah, it's a normal. We just toss it in, and even if it was only for like a week, we just toss it in for a week to have a fun event. But like that's like something completely different than what the game's about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like that would have been too much. But if it's just a mode that you have to choose, I'm
I
really
guess
not
that's
that
cool.
upset about. Sounds good to me. Sounds interesting. I probably wouldn't play it. I don't even play Fortnite really, but playing a mode that's like has like some differences probably does feel good for some people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Probably adds like some freshness to it.
I don't know. Like I didn't. I'm not like a huge fan of Fortnite or nothing, but the 50v50 mode was actually pretty cool.
So it's 50 players versus 50 players.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That sounds like that'd be fun. My brother-in-law has been trying to get me to get on and play, but I've been like just so busy with everything going on lately and didn't have my computer. Maybe we'll live stream it again here soon.
Like whistle talked.
Yeah, I sounded like Herbert from Family Guy. I can't even do it when I'm trying to, but when I did it accidentally. It must be my birthday. But yeah, maybe we'll stream it again just because it's funny to play in the sense that it's funny to fuck around. Yeah. But I don't actually enjoy the game.
I hate it.
Really. That's what's funny.
I think I hate it because I'm not good at it.
Maybe that's what it is. That's probably what it is because I'm not good at it at all. But when we played, we had fun. I mean, yeah, we had a couple drinks.
It was like 50 games in like 5 minutes though. It was
a lot. It was bad. But yeah, the Thanos event sounds like it's cool. He sounds really overpowered, but I mean, if it's a separate mode, that's fine.
The laser that shot out of his hand,
I saw that too, like continuous laser.
It looked kind of inaccurate, pretty inaccurate, but still, it was like rapid laser beams out of his hand. Like
draining
he can't do anything about that.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
And then he punched the shit out of some people, just killed them. You know how mad I would be.
You're just playing a game.
I'm like trying to build stuff and get, like evade damage, and he's like, "Nope, I'm coming!" Like just left hook, right hook, left hook through all
surprise, motherfucker.
Just breaking all my shit down. Like,
yeah, that's hilarious.
That's not cool.
All right. Well, I guess since we're
hold on. So I don't assume you would know, but in the game mode, like if Thanos dies, does the Infinity Gauntlet like stay?
Drop?
It drops.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next person can pick it up.
Yes.
That's cool. Okay, yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. Who? It's so awesome. I mean, like it's hard for him to die, but like yeah, like
no. But like it would have been just like really shitty if it was like, oh, I got the Gauntlet.
But then what would happen?
I'm dead, and like no more Gauntlet. It's just a regular game. That would suck.
Yeah, because then it's not the mode anymore.
Yeah,
it's not the mode. It's like King of the Hill, but with a fist.
Huh?
You want to play that one?
No.
Anyways, on the topic of Marvel related things, so me and Juan are going to rate live. We're doing it live. Obviously, we'll cut out the parts while we're watching it, but we're going to do it live. We're going to check out the new Captain Marvel trailer right now, and we're going to give our opinions on it. Does that sound good?
That sounds good.
All right. We'll be right back. All right. So we just watched the trailer, kind of both trailers, just to kind of get ourselves familiar of what's going on of the leaked. But then we just watched the most recently leaked trailer, and give me your opinions, Juan.
I think it's kind of vague. Like it's
a teaser trailer. Remember, it's not a trailer; it's a teaser trailer, which means it's teasing it.
But overall, I'm pretty excited for it.
So did it say March 2019?
I don't know.
It's coming out right before the new Avengers movie? Or is she not having her own movie first? Or is it being shown in the new Avengers movie?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, it's really vague. It's really, really vague.
Vague?
Really really vaginal.
But to be honest, like I don't really know very much about Captain Marvel. Like I said before, I thought Shazam was Captain Marvel for the longest time.
Yeah, no.
But I just went on Wikipedia and I looked up her abilities just to kind of get a sense of like what kind of superhero she would be, and she's like remarkably close to Superman, in the sense of her abilities. This is the list. It says superhuman strength, speed and durability, energy projection and absorption, and flight.
Yes. I think the only real difference, I mean, like Superman, yeah, he's like absorbed stuff before, but like I think her powers are more about like she can like she absorbs the energy and it makes her stronger. Is like how I've
the only thing Superman really absorbs is like sunlight.
Yeah, no. So it's like she takes in like all types of energy and like she can actually like it makes her stronger and she can like put more out. I remember looking up and doing some information on her too, like a while back, just because I was interested.
Her name is Carol Danvers or Danvers. Danvers. I don't know. It's a
Is
weird
that
last name.
is that her name in
The comic book, at least.
Oh,
It says she has been labeled Marvel's biggest female hero. So that'd be kind of cool to see like an iconic like
One of
female role. Like
one of the biggest, yeah,
Yeah.
like
It's pretty exciting. I mean, like we had the Scarlet Witch and whatnot, and she's
right.
cool.
And then I mean, it's gonna be really cool to see like a real like, and obviously you have Black Widow, but like it's gonna be cool to see like an actual like superhero that's a female that's like
Strong, like
strong and like super like out there like super someone that's
like
super,
the way it seems right now is like she's not even on par with Thor. It seems like she's stronger than Thor, which is Thor in himself is like quote unquote God.
but that's like Marvel God, which doesn't
Yeah.
mean
He's
God
an
when-
Asgardian.
Yes, it doesn't mean that you're like
Omnipotent.
yeah,
like,
omnipotent and crazy. It means that like
He's strong.
You're like a very strong, overpowered little asshole.
Yeah. So it seems like she's stronger than him. I can't say that she is. I don't know.
The teasers don't say much right now. It looks interesting, but it is like a little. It is a little. You know what? I won't even complain because like I hate trailers. Like too many trailers nowadays are too revealing.
They like show them the main points of like movies, and it annoys me.
It's super bothersome. Like just even like for example in like A Quiet Place, like how they showed the one old guy like screaming, and he's like, no, don't do that. Like that made it irritating because like when the movie actually came and I watched
knew exactly what was gonna
I
happen.
knew what the old guy was gonna do.
Yeah.
Like you know what he's gonna do anyways, but there's like always like
It's like you're revealing all of like the key points and leaving out all the filler.
and this is why I hate trailers. And this is why I usually do not watch trailers for that reason. But a teaser trailer, easy peasy. There's not that much being revealed. It's also like very, very far away. So even if we got like a trailer, like it's not like you'd remember it perfectly, anyways.
I seen a meme today, on subject, a little off subject, but it was like, I like Marvel movies over DC movies because DC movies are darker than Marvel movies, and then it was like, but they both have like loss and conflict, and he's like, it was like, no, it's literally physically darker, and I can't see shit.
DC movies are like just dark. They're just like dark,
It-
gradiented.
It reminds me of like
colors.
the Transformer movies, like where you really can't tell what the hell's going on. It's just like a bunch of like
Yeah,
like
it's, like,
action.
it's like always like washed out colors that's like has a filter, like an overlay over it that's like a dark filter, and it's like grungy look, and it's like that's not how things are. Like that's not how the world is. Like I get like that's kind of the aesthetic you're going for, but like if you're gonna have something, the main thing that make superheroes interesting is because they're better than us, but we can relate to them.
I just imagine like Superman landing and he's like, "I'm better than you."
But like, do you get what I'm saying? Like they're better than us and they have all these powers and they're super crazy, but we have something that we can relate to because
They're like not in like the direct sense, but they're something that you like aspire to. And I've seen somebody talked about Superman, and it's like Superman is more than just like an overpowered superhero. He's an ideal. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah, he's like what he stands for and like his purpose behind stuff and like his strengths and his
Yeah.
weaknesses. You know what I mean? Like if you think about it, his weakness is like the very thing that
He was born off.
yeah, you know
It
what I
was
mean?
Literally his home planet.
So it's kind of like that's what grounds people. And then when you have like these, and the thing is like DC movies, like the DC movies, a lot of the characters in those like the DC movies, like when it comes to like the Justice League and stuff like that, a lot of them aren't even that overpowered or have that many strengths and stuff like that. And so they're
in
like,
the DC movies.
what?
Did you say in the DC movies?
Yeah.
Who's not?
Like okay, like I'm saying like okay, look at like Batman and then look at like
And I swear to God, if you say
Aquaman.
okay, actually he's like one of the strongest superheroes in the DC universe, which is surprising. Like just for physical prowess, like he can go head to head with like Wonder Woman. There's an actual like movie and comic book like storyline where he goes head to head with Wonder Woman, who is strong as well. Like he's He's surprisingly tough.
Well, I think the point of what I'm getting at though is like in DC, yeah, there are more like I feel like there's more like the comics themselves relate more to people and humans in general of like certain things that they would deal with in like relatable situations. I feel like personally,
I guess so. If you think about it, like Batman, Barry Allen, like all
yes,
that. Okay.
but like in the movies, everything's all dark, washed up. It's all super grungy. It's all not serious. And so what it does is it takes away that sort of like feeling of like, oh yeah, this is how I connect to these people.
Why did I say Batman and then instantly called the Flash by his secret his secret identity? Like I said Batman, Barry Allen instead of
I don't know.
Batman,
it just
the
came
I'm
into
sorry.
your head. But it's one of those things. It's just a big disconnect, and I think that's like something that makes like Marvel also so endearing is that they're not afraid to get like witty and like comedic value.
I like that a lot, dude.
And then like one of the reasons, like I don't know if you know this, but a lot of like the DC movies have had like reshoots, like especially the Justice League had a lot of reshoots because apparently it was just like so dark, also like in feeling.
Oh really?
Yeah, so they had to reshoot a bunch of stuff and they added like comedy, like
The only comedic part that I seen in that movie was the Flash.
and like that's what I'm saying is it wasn't genuine because you can tell that they tacked it on because it was this is too serious.
Yeah, it was kind of like everybody else is serious. We're gonna give them one goofy character.
And it's like we're past the days where like just having one goofy character and everyone else be serious isn't like it's not believable and it's not interesting. Whereas like if you look at Marvel movies, like it could be a super serious moment and then you just have this like little tiny bit of thing that's like like it just makes you kind of like laugh a little bit, like that's because you relate to it. You're like, oh yeah, like maybe that's how this type of person
That's what I think like the MCU is doing so well is like they do a really good job with like that aspect of.
They've just made it so relatable and so good to watch. I don't know. Like I mean, you can call us fanboys and you can say that we're. But like, the thing is, dude, like
when it comes to comic books, I really enjoy DC Comics.
Yeah, and a lot of people do. Like a lot of people enjoy it almost more, like in a lot of ways.
But the MCU is blowing them out of the water
because they care about their properties.
Yeah,
it's because DC's milked their shit for so long in terms of Superman, Batman, and all the most important characters, and let's like milked them for what they're worth in terms of getting money out of it.
Show I would like to see like remade.
What?
Smallville.
I never watched it.
I watched like a couple seasons. There's like 22 seasons. There's like a
20.
I don't know if it's
22.
Really, but there's like a ridiculous amount of seasons.
That's gross.
I mean, just
22. What was it? What was the show about? Like exactly. I know it was about like, but like what was it? Is it like somebody's take on it of like how he came to Earth and like?
No, it was like him as a teenager. It's actually like a decent show.
I guess you never really think about it because how does it come up? Like he comes to Earth as a baby and then. You don't really think about it unless you read the comics. Probably explains it a little bit more.
I think there's only 10 seasons actually.
No, 10 seasons. 10, 22. They're like almost identical in the amounts.
Actually, I could be wrong though. It says 10.
It says 10. It's 10.
It's 10.
That's still a good amount.
But
though.
it's not because my favorite show is Supernatural, and they have a lot.
That's your favorite show?
Supernatural?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Hands down.
Have you seen all of it?
Yes.
Squeak.
Squeak.
So, wow, I didn't know that was your favorite show. That's interesting.
Have you ever watched Supernatural?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'll kill you.
I'm not crazy over it. It's pretty good though.
I wanted to get a tattoo for him.
The beginning seasons I think are very, very. The acting's very forced. But I can't say much because I have shows that are the same way. But yeah, I mean, other than that, do you have anything to add to Captain Marvel? I think it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be nice to see a female lead in a powerful role.
Me too. I agree with that.
Kind of like more focused. It's gonna be cool, especially if she's gonna be the one that saves the day. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, if she's like hinted at, like, oh no, and they're sending distress, like she's probably gonna be like pretty important in some way.
My question is like, why wasn't she there the whole time? If she's like so powerful, why was she?
I'm assuming that these movies are gonna explain it. Marvel's pretty good at that. They're pretty good at explaining why certain people aren't there. The new Ant-Man movie that's gonna come out is like, it's gonna explain how the stuff led up to like Infinity War, and then also why they weren't there. And
really?
From what I heard, it's supposed to explain why Captain Marvel and why Ant-Man isn't there.
So is it like a prequel?
I don't know. I just know it's supposed to be an explanation of why they aren't there.
I thought I watched all the Marvel movies, and I forgot I did not watch Ant-Man.
I forgot to see Ant-Man. And you know what? It's the worst rated Marvel movie, but it's still like a 77% or something.
Is it really?
Yeah, like it's not a bad movie. It just wasn't as like well like recognized. It's really hot right here with the sun beating down in my
It rained for all of like
2 seconds,
yeah.
and then now the sun's out and it's just burning me alive. What?
Her.
What, your girlfriend making noise? She's ruining the show. Okay. So let's go to the next topic. The Steam. Okay, so Steam. How do you feel about Steam? What do you know about Steam, Juan?
It's just a marketplace, isn't it? Is it not? I mean, I own a PC, Cody. So like.
Oh, you do?
Oh, you do.
Tell me more.
I mean, I feel like anybody who
owns a
plays
PC
games,
or plays video games knows what
what
Steam is. Yeah, Steam is basically, it's obviously you go
Like
and
the
you buy.
main marketplace.
Yeah, it's a marketplace to get a PC games easily, digitally and stuff. Play them right through that, and it can like show all your play time and all that good stuff. Well,
Well, it acts as two things. It acts as a marketplace, and then it acts as a library. So it's where a lot of where you find a lot of your games if they're not on your desktop, right?
oh, that's true. Yeah, you can look them up right through there, and also customize certain things
Or if
about
they're-
how they launch up. And
Yeah,
stuff.
if they're not if you don't have them downloaded, they're still stored to your Steam library. You can re-download them and whatnot.
Fair. So yeah, but basically, I guess there's an app in the works that's supposed to be out actually kind of relatively soon, called Steam Link that you can get on your phone.
Okay, so this confuses me, dude. Does this? Okay. So you're gonna have games in your Steam library, right?
Correct.
There's no way you can just play all of those games on your phone.
Correct. You're not playing them on your phone. You're streaming it.
Streaming what?
The gameplay. So the way that works is like the PS Now is one of those, like PS4. It's like a streaming service. Basically, it's a way where you stream the video footage, pretty much, to your device, and then you send input through your device that goes to where the server is that's controlled. So it'd be like your computer,
Okay.
and you'd be playing it through that. So both of these would have to be on the same network, feeding off the internet. That way you can actually access it, and you would stream the game. So you're not playing it, you're streaming it.
That's
So
weird.
like it also that could be affected by slow internet speeds, latency, hiccups. It has some of its issues. It's pretty good like when it comes to like streaming game if you have decent internet service, but like it does have like certain flaws. Very like if you're like a person that can like notice it, very minute input lag, depending on like how time it takes to get to wherever it's streaming from. I'm assuming the way it's going to work is it's going to like just load up on your computer, and then that will stream directly to your phone and you control like that. I could be wrong though. It could actually just be like if you have it on your computer and it's connected to the internet, then the Steam servers will hear it and you can play it through your phone based on that.
Either way, it's pretty exciting.
It's interesting because it's allowing another way to like do these things, like, you know what I mean? Like it's like opening up so many more possibilities where like, I mean, just look at like Nintendo Switch. Super cool because now you can play it on your TV, and then you can also go in your bedroom and play it like that. Same as like portable, like 3DS. Those things were cool, but there's limits. Limits to like what kind of games and how they play. Nintendo Switch, it still has some limits because of the hardware specifications, but it's getting closer to being able to do these things anywhere you want to do. Now imagine being on your phone in your bedroom or somewhere where there's like a Wi-Fi connection, and like they said, I think they do have to be on the same network, so I think that's how it works. But even still, being in a different place in your home and be able to play computer games that you could not play on anything else on your phone, like, you know what I mean? It's a very, very cool like thing that we're coming to. We're getting to the point in life where you can play anything on anything if you know how to do it. And you have like the ability to do it.
That's cool.
It's just it's so nuts thinking back to your phone only being able to send like text after you hit the button 6 times to type one like a word.
That's awful.
And then now it's like let's stream what's on my high-end computer that can play games that are movie quality. It's great. You can also stream movies. Steam, if you buy any movies on Steam.
I didn't even know you could buy movies.
Yeah,
on
you can
Steam.
buy movies on Steam, and you can actually stream it from that.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's making Steam more viable in so many other ways, especially if like, I don't know, maybe if like your brother has a PC but he doesn't want you to play it, but he's like fine if you play it through your phone or something because he doesn't want you to mess with it. Like if you're a little kid, ooh, boom, there you go. Now you can play Dark Souls on your phone, and your brother doesn't get pissed off at you. I don't know. It just opens up an avenue for so many different things. That's really fucking cool.
That is cool. That is cool.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just think it's gonna be a really cool thing. I can't wait for that. We'll see how it works. It's probably gonna have its bugs at first. Probably gonna have its issues, but
That's with most.
it's with everything. Everything has its bugs, but as long as it keeps getting worked on, I mean, it doesn't end up like Steam's Steam Machine, then it'll be fine.
What is that?
That was a console that they like sold that made it so you could stream games to it and play it on your TV like an actual console, and it failed miserably because like
You still needed a computer.
yeah.
Oh, that's all. There's like, here's half a console.
And then also it's like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like
If I have a computer, I'm just gonna play on the computer.
yeah, like I want to play it on my. Sometimes I might want to sit down and play it on my TV, but I'm not gonna want to do it with all things. And then also, I'm not gonna pay more money to do it. Like I'll just plug in a controller and just like plug it into a TV and just sit down on the couch. I mean, obviously there's like some degradation to certain qualities depending on what type of computer you have and stuff like that. But still, it's not worth buying a whole console for just to stream it.
It's a half a console.
A half a console to stream it, yeah, pretty much. Okay, so we're gonna talk about something that some people could potentially find controversial because apparently it's going around that this is controversial, and it has big themes, but apparently a lot of people are upset about this. And what is that, Juan?
I want to assume that we're speaking on the same thing.
Yes.
You're talking about "This Is America" by Childish Gambino.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. I really enjoyed it.
So let's give some input on it. Basically, recently,
Okay.
after Childish Gambino or Donald Glover, however you like know him by, he kind of stepped away from music after his last album. Said like, I don't plan on doing anything anymore.
He was in like quite a few movies.
And yeah, he's been in more movies, but he stepped away from music because he was like this. This is I want to take a step away from this. I want to stop away from the music, and I want to go to do like some other stuff.
You know what I really enjoy about this music video?
Go.
I really enjoy the fact that it's like, okay, less about the lyrics because the lyrics themselves aren't a whole lot.
I mean, they're not a whole lot of lyrics, but they all have their meanings.
They all have their meanings.
To it.
But like the music video itself is like an art project. It's like it has its meanings. That, like you said, there's a lot of like symbolism, and I think a lot of like modern day quote unquote artists lack that fundamental aspect of being an actual artist. Like anybody can put on a good beat and just say Gucci Gang 35 times over like a beat and then
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
I hate that song. I hate it. That's nothing. It means nothing. This actually has legitimate meaning behind it, and there's passion, and you can see that. You can see that in his work, and that I think that's what defines an artist.
And I think that's a big thing when it comes to Donald Glover. Is he's very into the stuff that he does, and he puts a lot of effort into it because he cares about it just as much as he wants other people to. And when it comes to this music video, he just hit it right out of the park. He knows he talks about so many things and pretty much throws in your face in the most subtle of ways though about what the issues are in America and in a lot of places in general, but like specifically what's going on that people don't want to talk about.
And the whole time in the music video, he distracts you with like dancing and whatnot.
With dancing and being happy,
which is what like America's media does. It's like sleight of hand, man. Like stuff's happening over here because I don't want you to see it over here.
Exactly. Like look at me dancing, being jovial and going crazy, doing something goofy.
As
when
there's
over
riots
here,
and like death behind me.
So and that's like a thing. Like there's so many there's so many double meanings behind everything that he does too. Because if you look at it like let's just kind of pick it apart a little bit and kind of take a look at it. So obviously a large part of this music video is a large part of it is about like racial stuff and related to kind of like a black man's perspective of how certain things are in America. A large part of it is.
If you look at it, like right in the beginning when he does the Jim Crow-esque stance.
So he does like a stance before he ends up like right after like all this like happy music plays and he's dancing and being goofy. Someone has a bag on the head and he shoots him in the back of the head and he's doing like a Jim Crow stance when he does it. Yes, that's what you're referring to.
And if you watch it like throughout the music video, not in just this particular point or whatnot, the bodies that are left after the two shootings that I think there's only two shootings done by him are just kind of laid about, and then the guns
Treated like garbage, but the guns
are treated with like higher care and more purpose than like the bodies, which I think is a big problem in like America.
It's
like,
it's definitely like that's that right there. So that's the very beginning of it, and then you can see multiple things right there. You can see first of all, it's showing we care more about our guns than we do about the people that are dying. Like whether it's about trying to get rid of guns or trying to keep
general.
them. In general, we care more about it because the minute something happens when it comes to a shooting, it's immediately away from the person that died, and it's automatically to we need to do this with these laws or we need to do that, and it's showing like look at you're caring so much more.
But
about
you're not even mourning like the dead,
of what happened. You're not taking that loss. Another aspect of you can look at as is like. In how he says in like some of his lyrics is pretty much like he has a strap and like he needs it, and it's talking because of the fact like they like black people in general put more care into that sort of stuff because of the environments that they're raised. So if you look at it from that aspect of it, it's like yeah, he's caring more about it because like you need to as well. So you have like so many meanings when it comes to it. So it's like not only is it we're putting these stupid like these things into high regards for these reasons, but like certain people have to, as well as like for reasons. And it's like also as the body's just being dragged away and he doesn't care about it, it's almost as if it's because in his head it's like I can't mourn another one because there's so many that are happening. I don't have time to stop and worry about it.
And like if there's a point where he's like, look at me, I'm beautiful, and
yeah,
he's like, but if you look around him, there's so much like garbage and just shit that's going on, and it's like, sure, but no. Like,
and that's the point I think that he's trying to make out in there too.
I love it, dude.
There's so much symbolism, so much stuff that goes on.
It's so beautiful and it's so real and it's so like dramatic that it's exactly what like America needs.
Like you have kids on their cell phone as like there's riots is going on and like people are going crazy and they're just like sitting there like being happy, like recording it instead of actually doing anything like leaving or anything like that. You have him kill a whole choir after they like after he's like singing and dancing with them, and it's just like oh, and then just move on to the next thing. It's there's just like so many like meanings behind all of it, and like obviously he did that in a way so you can take what you want.
I don't know if you've seen it or not, but in the very beginning, and it made me laugh. Did you see like the Uncle Ruckus face?
With the eye, yeah. But like there's a reason why he did that, and it's because he's showing you like that's another part where the dancing is from is in like everything about it is he's saying, look at us, we're characterized and you like watching me and you pay attention to me because and anybody else like in general because we're black people that do things for your entertainment. Everything that we're doing you find it entertaining and you think it's funny and you think it's great, but there's like we do this because this is how we continue to go on and how we continue to survive. We have to. You say that we can make it, but it's at our expense of your laughter.
And another thing that I really like about the music video, because I really like this music video, is that nothing is directly said. Nothing is like, this is what I mean. This is how I want you to take it. It's all left up to like interpretation.
Even when he specifically says certain things, like the music video will show like something different, or it's like a different like way of it being said and stuff like that. So you can still take it any way you want.
But it's just good. It's like my favorite music video of 2018 so far.
Easily my favorite music video in a long time, to be honest with you, because there's just so much about it that and so much care and attention to detail that he put in all that. So much.
It is an art piece. It is a masterpiece. It is genius.
Say what you want about the music. Say what you want about Donald Glover in general, if you don't really care about him, or Childish Gambino, say what you want. In fact, say what you want about what you think about like his opinions on these things are. But having watched that video and like seeing like what goes on in it, and like what like how it's a masterpiece, and just like how it's executed and everything about it, you can't say it's not good. You can't. You can tell me that like you don't agree with like the things that he's talking about. Oh, it's blah blah blah.
And if you do, you're racist. I'm just playing.
I mean,
I'm just playing. I'm 100% joking.
I mean, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, and I saw like a post too, of like somebody explaining like that they did an interview kind of with Donald Glover, and he had said like, you know, I hope that when people see this, like they realize like there's like the tragedy that's in it. And he said, and for the white people that watch it and like they laugh and they just think it's funny and they don't actually understand it, he's like, I actually wish that you wouldn't appreciate it in that way, and like you don't care. He's like, I want it to make you feel uncomfortable and kind of scared because
it's
like,
real.
It's real. And then you're looking at, he's like that's what the whole point of the video is. You see me dancing, you think it's funny. That's what the problem is that you're seeing me, you think it's funny that I'm making these faces or I'm dancing around and I'm doing this stuff, and you don't pay attention to anything else that's going around and you laugh at that. That's exactly how that world is for everybody that's like me all the time. And it's just like, oh, ha ha ha, entertaining, when it's like real shit goes on. And he's like, I'd rather you be scared. And like when I watched it, like, yeah, like I point out some stuff, and like it was like, you know, I got like what like some of the comedy was to it, but I also was like, wow, shit, like I felt like this is how things are, and it's horrible. Like this is how we are as Americans. This is how we are as a society, as a people. And like just like as the races, like the issues that go on, this is the problems that happen.
I feel like it's real issues that get like swept under the rug, man. Like the people don't actually take into like consideration like the real problems that America's having nowadays.
So many. It's like it's like we're living in a time where things are getting worse and we're regressing in certain areas, and it makes no sense.
There's like I'm not gonna blame media or social media, but there's so much like good that's thrown in front of your face, and there's so much like happy that nobody actually pays attention to like the bad shit that's actually going on.
And the thing is then there's so much bad shit that's thrown at you, and they give you like stupid happy that like should matter, that's important. It's like they're giving you two like the both those things, but in the wrong way. So they give you stupid, they hide the important bad that matters, and they give you stupid happy that no one cares about. Like, ooh, look at these puppies that like just got adopted, and it's like, okay, cool, like that's cool, like I like dogs, that's fine. But then on the converse, then they take stupid bad shit that's always gonna happen, like this person got in an accident, this happened right here, all this stuff is like crazy, all talking about how terrible everything is, and then hide the actual good stuff of like, we just found a way to cure cancer, you know what I mean, we just found a way to end world hunger. They hide these things that are so good behind bullshit bad stuff, and then they hide the stuff that's really serious and needs to be addressed, that's bad stuff, behind meaningless good stuff.
And I feel like they don't like, okay, even when they do bring to attention like the negative controversies that go on in the US in a whole, that they don't give it proper time. It's like, this is bad, this is what happened, and then like next week it's gone. Nobody hears about it. It's like boom, bang, gone.
And it's when it's addressed between the different like media outlets, it's always has such a strong way of leaning one way or the other in terms of what's about, making one party look bad and making one, it's just a travesty.
So I think Donald Glover or Childish Gambino, however you want to address him, he did a really 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 good job on addressing like all the problems in America. Not I can't say like all the problems, but a lot.
Not all the problems, but it's definitely something where he pointed out and unabashedly said like
it's like a smack in the face that was well deserved and needed.
Like, hey, these are some issues that people want to constantly like, and like even though people have been saying it and celebrities do say it, having an actual whole music video and like be so blatant, but also like giving you different meanings, but still be in your face, like you know what it is when you watch it, and you know when you see the stuff, you're like, I get it. and having it just be right there. It's like people are too afraid to do that. And you know what? I commend him. I think he did a great job, and I really
love
like
it.
I
love
I
it.
really enjoy the music video. So I don't know, guys. Like, let us know what you think.
Give us your opinion on the music video. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Check it out.
Yeah, I would check it out.
It's good.
It's really good despite everything else that you might think about it. Also, just kind of give us some feedback on some of the other topics we talked about. This podcast we knew was going to be a little bit shorter from the beginning. There's a lot like going on. We didn't have much to talk about in terms of stuff. Not a lot has been going on in terms of like the entertainment world that's like really crazy or good that we find interesting. So yeah, sorry for this a little bit shorter podcast, but I think that the last podcast that was an hour and a half kind of made up for it. So
that didn't get released on time, right?
not on YouTube.
So we'd like to apologize for that.
We do apologize. We did
but there was
unfortunately life stuff. It was something serious. It wasn't because we just didn't want to do it. So,
we're gonna let you guys see that, by the way.
that'll be uploaded first, and then we'll upload this one, and we'll take care of that. In fact, all I have to do is process. I'm gonna do that right away. It's gonna get up, and everything's gonna be fine. So, you have anything else to add, Juan?
No. Besides, I love you guys.
Yeah, he always says that, but you know, what do they say? You gotta show your love, not say it.